So have you been watching White Lotus? I have, and I'm loving it. And as a relationship psychologist, I have so much to say about this. So let's talk about it. So first, let's talk about the relationship between the grandpa, the dad, and the son. So that's Bert, Dominic, and Albie in the show. I was so happy to hear them talk about intergenerational trauma on the last episode, because it's really clear, or at least it seems clear to me, that Dominic, the dad, he has a sex addiction of some kind. And the reason he has this is because, largely because he saw his father have repeated affairs that were not, subtle. So the grandpa thinks he had all of these affairs and he was discreet, but he wasn't apparently at all. And that resulted in Dominic's mom being very hurt and angry and sad. At some point, I think Dominic says, Dad, you kind of destroyed that woman. So isn't it interesting how that, observing that and, Dominic seeing his mom be that way affected his relationship with women? And then how do you think that affected Albie, the son? So Dominic then repeats the same pattern, right? Grandpa has affairs, dad has affairs. Now son, right, is seeing that. And he's gone in a really different direction. He's very pro-women, much more woke, much more aware. And I think that has harmed him a little bit too. I'd rather people go that direction, but it seems like he is not advocating very much for himself anymore, his own rights. So what do you think about that relationship? Okay, so that's one part. And by the way, I almost spit out my drink when they were talking about the Peppa Pig comment, when Valentina saw Tanya on the motorcycle and she said, "Who do you think I am?" And she said, "I don't know, Peppa Pig." Oh my God, best moment ever. Okay, so the other two relationships that are really interesting are with Ethan and Harper. And Ethan's the more kind of nerdy, high-tech, super successful guy now, and his wife, and then Cameron and Daphne. So Cameron and Daphne scare me. They actually seem like they are very exploitative, very narcissistic, really manipulative. They do all this game playing with each other. Their relationship seems superficial and shallow. So out of all the relationships on the show, I think that one's the least healthy. I like Ethan and Harper better. I think they at least have shared values, but clearly they're disconnected, right? You can just feel that when they're together, there's no chemistry. And so that's a lot easier to fix than some of the other stuff we see in the show. All right, I'm going to have to do part 2 because I can't dive into it here. But if you are going through an affair, maybe don't watch this show. It might be very, very triggering for you, and I don't want that for you.